Hi everyone, I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I just recorded a video and realized that my audio was on my headphone, and so I'm starting over. I'm at a farm right now. I have some cute chickens. Look at them, they're so cute. Just all over the place. I found this place on Airbnb and it's literally so amazing. The kids have been feeding the goats and the cows all morning. They got muddy and dirty. I'm doing laundry right now. We just got out of Miami, South Beach. We were there over the weekend, met up with my brother and his girlfriend, and yeah, it was a weekend filled with activations. I apologize for not being able to make content over the weekend. It's just that the hotel rooms there are extremely small and I didn't get enough privacy to be able to, or enough silence, which can be a good thing, but to be able to sit down and make content. But I was able to write out 2 chapters of my book that I'm releasing before the solar flash in September of this year. As it is so needed for humanity to come to an understanding of the direction that we're heading towards. And it will get dark, it will get scary, but it is leading up to the brightest light that you can ever encompass within any of your fractal lifetimes. And within this lifetime, within Gaia, you are set to experience the greatest and grandest ascension that there ever had been, that there ever was, that there ever will be within this quantum realm and within this reality field that is Gaia. And as I sit here, I feel very much at peace. I had a busy weekend where we went to the beach, South Beach. We walked everywhere and it was amazing, and we drove around to different points to sightsee. And I did pick up on that there's a portal on the beach in South Beach, Miami. So if you're being drawn to specific locations, just know that if you're a light worker, that these locations will activate you, and they will activate you highly into your mission, into the next layer of frequency that you will be encompassing within any given moment in time. And just know that there are 12 activation points, which is quite interesting, within your auric field. 12 chakras will begin to activate as soon as you reach a specific location that is meant to unlock the codex in your soul blueprint to open up your frequency to a source frequency, to up level that layer of frequency into expansion. So it is crucially important in this moment in time to get outdoors, to go to whatever location you're drawn to mingle with people, to overlap your energetic field with others. As I was walking down the streets of Miami, I did notice that a lot of people around me, I felt the tackiness of the energetic frequency around me, and I almost felt like my frequency was sticking to others. That I've opened up all 12 chakras. I have funneling light coming into my auric fields within any given moment in time from the angelic realm. And that light was able to unlock the codex within other light workers, within other unsuspecting members of society and humanity, to open up their activation point to their next level of the quantum realm, to their next level of ascension, of awakening, of their journey within this 3-dimensional scope that they volunteered to be on, which is extremely exciting. And as I walked around town, as I traveled around in our car, as we went to many sites, just to see different places, I noticed a few activation points within the city. So if you're drawn to a Miami, please go and see where it leads you. You will be automatically drawn to any and all activation points if you're a light worker. And I know that in this moment in time, a lot of light workers are traveling around, and that is because you are significantly energetically drawn to these places that you cannot avoid. The frequency will just carry you and take you there and deliver these activations to you. And as we were on our way home, not home, but to our next destination, to this farm, I was drawn to exit the highway to use the washroom, as we drove for quite a few hours away from Miami, and we were drawn to an outlet mall. And as we got there, they were closing, and they had a food court there that I was drawn to step into. And as I walked into this food court, I realized that nothing was open, and except for this Greek restaurant that still had their lights on, and I saw two men standing behind the counter just chatting away. And I walked up to them and asked them if they were open, and they said, well, we are, and it might be a little bit of a wait, but you won't regret it. Our food is yummy. So I ordered a whole meal for my family of 6, and we sat down and we ate. And then at the end, my husband walked up to the two men to get some takeout boxes, and I overheard their conversation about China and the distortion field there, and the all conglomerating power that the country of China holds in this moment in time. And that conversation really tipped my interest. I walked up to them and I said, as long as there are borders within this world, there will always be war. There will always be separation. There will never be unity. And the man looked at me with glistening eyes and said, I completely agree with you. And I said, all of this will be over soon, within 2 to 3 years in Earth time, as we anchor in the Ascension. And I said, you're a light worker. And he looked at me and said, I believe in all of that. And Yeshua is coming. Yeshua is coming to bring us home. But nobody knows. Nobody knows when. Nobody knows the ticking of the clock, the time that Yeshua will come and anchor in this frequency. And I said, but I know. Trust me that it's going to be in 2027, and that it will be within 2 to 3 years in Earth time. And he looked at me. We had a moment where I was able to overlap my field with his and activate his 8th chakra, which is really exciting, as he had already been activated to a point of coming to a realization of the unity that we are, coming to a realization that we come from source, coming to a realization of the spirituality of the energetic frequency around him, and that we're heading towards a shift in consciousness in humanity. And it was such a beautiful conversation as he looked at me and said, the second coming of Jesus is here, is coming. And I looked at him and said, Jesus is here. Jesus is you. Jesus is I. Jesus is all that you see, which is one consciousness, a unity consciousness. And as Yeshua has already anchored down his frequency 2,000 years ago into our frequency field and left an opening for this portal to ascension here, Yeshua will begin to slowly make way into our frequency and our realm in energy as we funnel in the light, as all of the light workers who followed his energetic frequency here begin to awaken to the greatest mission of their being, to the greatest mission of his being, the greatest mission of a unity consciousness of a being that we come to realize we are so intrinsically whole as a part of Yeshua, as a part of source, as a part of all that there is, as a part of all that we are and who we've ever been as a unity consciousness as a whole. And that was a beautiful moment of awakening, of activations for him. And if you're drawn outside, I say do it, go for it, as you overlap your energetic frequency of the others who are not as awakened as you, who are more awakened than you will activate each other's codex in each other's DNA, and you never know when an opportunity will draw you in frequency into the awakening process that you're going into. As the clock is ticking, the time is near. We're taking down to the time of the ascension, and we're picking up in the ramping of the activating of the light workers' energetic frequency, which is extremely exciting. And all of this will lead to the greatest and grandest awakening towards your mission that will activate you into a unity consciousness within the next 2 to 3 years in Earth time. So as the time ticks away, don't be afraid to step outside. Don't be afraid to go to the beach. Don't be afraid to travel, as you will be pulled into different destinations for your activations into ascension.